Hi, and welcome back to my self-playing Disco Elysium. We're currently on our way to the fishing village where we're looking for a young girl who has my gloves. So, off we go.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
You must be Lily and his twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
It explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating.
Children are stupid. The scruffy-haired little kid laughs as though in agreement.
You're stupid.
Okay, how about the policeman asks you something else now?
Okay.
Bye, kids. Take care. I believe we found a little girl. An industrial coal pellet sperm with an orange glow. That may be what I need to win Garth over with.
Hello, mister.
A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She looks at you with frank
She
curiosity.
clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
I heard there was a girl here who had armored gloves. Is that you?
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
She looks alarmed.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
And where are the gloves now?
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
She lifts up her stuffed toy and looks into its one remaining eye as though searching for confirmation.
We are going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
He enunciates the last 2 words carefully.
Oh.
She doesn't seem to understand, but the lieutenant's tone has conveyed to her the important part.
They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Are you Lily Ann's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
She gazes at you with her big eyes. Yes, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
She slowly processes the word, then snickers with laughter. What's this? Show her the stuffed bird you took from the ceiling.
It's a grouse.
She yelps, smiling broadly.
You might be able to get on Garth's good side if you replace the broken scooter you almost certainly broke.
Yes, but what's it for?
I don't know.
Can I have it? I know someone who really loves stuffed birds.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
What's that thing you're holding? Point at her toy.
It's Lammy. He's my friend. So, like,
She holds the fuzzy piece up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Okay, well, pleased to meet you, Lammy.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy.
Goodbye. Leave.
Bye!
The girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you. So there's a sandcastle around the back of the house. That must be it.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
Broken.
The little castle? The reigning lord must have come upon some really tough times to let it sleep in such decrepitude.
Reach in the catacombs and pull out the shiny object.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down there. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
What's my gloves currently do? Okay, so it's just literally an upgrade of what I'm wearing.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
I will be responsible with this. This is just to protect me from harm, not to show
The
off.
hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and voluptuous, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you. You really do feel more confident. Invulnerability does that. Even partial invulnerability.
One down, 2 pieces to go. Here I come.
2? Are you sure you're correct there? There was a helmet too. 3 pieces more like. You were ambitious.
Dead phone, smash receiver like someone hung up too hard. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Where is the tent? I should do the music first. I'll speak to her before we go back in there.
Hello again.
that's it for now. Yeah.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
Say nothing.
Internally coherent!
Still say nothing.
Encore! Alright! Yeah!
Say nothing.
he furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
This has an agonizing roar over the feverish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. So hardcore.
Is it though?
He stopped turning track to it and he said it. It is.
What is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head the other way like an hour. I was thinking that
I
too.
am the mic enforcer. I am the chick's checker. Yeah!
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young man with the tape recorder
This is hardcore! Hardcore to the internally coherent. Encore!
he furrows his brow.
Hardcore! Ah!
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried. It isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question. Back to the hard, internal, encore!
He furrows his
Hardcore! The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I'd asked you a question, but I didn't. And now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question? The cloud, true, hard, full, car!
Is
It's
it?
hardcore!
You're just going to keep saying hardcore, aren't you?
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger. The close, true, hard, it's hardcore!
I don't know what to say to that.
Skibber-dee, skibber...
Okay,
True,
say nothing.
hardcore!
But is it? I mean, really?
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural Gotwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
So this is the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing?
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, but the sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, I'm a major egghead.
Wow!
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
He begins to shake his head so everybody would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man! The Advent? The close! True! Hard! Full! Hardcore! Yeah!
This young man, or maybe it's not Gotwaldian,
Yay!
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark! Yeah!
he missed one A.
You missed an A there. Mine was 6 A's, so you have to get it with 6-2.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law. The cloud, true, hardcore, yeah.
This young man, or maybe it's
The one, yeah.
he missed one A.
You missed an A there, but that's okay. I'm a pretty lenient cop.
It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice.
Wow, this is a mystery. Skip. Alright. Okay, so that one's dead end. Say nothing, say nothing, say nothing. I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the wallet in Rex Hostel.
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yako Kata, the place to be.
I'm beginning to think he doesn't have anything to the case. Is there before? Is this Yako the place to be? What does that mean?
Yako Kata is a hardcore place.
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth. Intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
The clothes, true, hardcore is internally coherent. Good morning, yeah, Yako Kata.
An intricate system.
Okay, we did that one. Skip. Please tell me what exactly you are doing.
Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah, request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible. The cloud, true,
Skip.
All right, yeah.
Please tell me what exactly you are
Gotta
doing.
get the people going. I'm
Why?
the party boy. It's my job.
What is a party boy?
Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
There is a place far away in Cutler, beyond a certain latitude, known as Winter's Orbit, where there are 25 hours in a day. It is a tremendously cold place, abandoned to drunks and failed rock stars, full of Eternite, depression, and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there.
The clouds. True.
Okay.
Hardcore is internally coherent. Hardcore. All right. Yeah.
Was it that one?
Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a party boy.
2 on the track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack. The clothes. True.
Skip.
He furrows his brow as his very long.
Hardcore. Ah.
Let's just be able to word it isn't.
What is the question? But there was a question.
Okay, so we've done all of that one. Skip.
Furrows.
So I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life. The cloud, true, hard,
Skip.
One mind.
So that's played out.
The cloud, true,
Skip.
What is it? I mean, really.
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Okay. I think you just to solve him, you just had to go through every piece of his dialogue chain. Done.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Try to think if anything could make it hardcore.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
As your mind works, the beat recedes from your ears. You hear your own blood pulsing through your head, nourishing your thoughts with oxygen. The rhythm is familiar.
Feel the movement of blood through your head.
The abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so in vain. This is a core matter. The answer in the double kick that moves the milliliters through your mind. The dark thud is the source of all rhythm, the inspiration behind mathematics. The hardcore.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
Feel the movement of blood through your head. Let's go through it
The
again.
abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so in vain. This is a core matter. The answer in the double kick that moves the milliliters through your mind. The dark thud is the source of all rhythm, the inspiration behind mathematics. The hardcore.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
Sounds especially like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
I can't help you with this, right? Let's go this. Wait, I remember something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
The young man is bursting with anticipation. Nothing, me being police isn't going to help us.
Oh!
I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra.
Yeah!
Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
But why aren't you a communist? Communism is the truth. Best not to be, as having extreme views on the issue is detrimental to
Oh,
understand the
sure.
sides.
I can do that. If you want that, I can avoid taking a stand.
Please don't turn him into a moralist.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Be a moralist, egghead. The balance needs your help. Tell me something else. Does this mean you're a
Don't
filter
be a
reader?
lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Revolution imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revolution imperative right now. I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
Lie, but I was thinking Regico's
That's
imperative.
fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop, too.
Tell me something else, egghead.
It's time to compromise!
He looks at you with almost impossible wide, shining grin, looking to see if you approve. Almost there. Could you use just a bit more something?
Incremental change!
Appropriate.
I'm swiftly moving toward a solution which pleases nobody.
Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
L'amour like a passion, le aumento de discipline.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
Let's give this a roll. Maybe your body can tell you what Arno van Eric Streck is missing to make it hardcore.
No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
Right, goodbye, egghead.
All right! Here comes the night!
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Sin treasured the holes in the speed freak's too large sweater. In front of him an open toolpath full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in a mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
He continues to rearrange his tools. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked-up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Grand Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
Don't be too hard on Samara, they're all alone in the world. Half of what we know of them is just propaganda.
I know, man. I was just talking about the aesthetic.
What's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it, though.
The supernatural, so you think it's real, that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Why are you called Nord?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of widget. I don't understand what that
I can
means.
see that. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve sign synchronicity would be by getting us into the church.
Okay, maybe I'll come back later.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Let's give it a go.
Well, first of all, you're a smart cop, and a smart cop like you would understand if something wasn't quite right. So this should be easy.
Reverend Jim, what was the ghost of it
The
all?
gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult the gist before making up your mind. Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out.
No, it doesn't. We failed it. About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the crab man.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
He gave me an odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on about mother's love.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
He clearly enjoys physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak.
No matter. Is he going to be a problem?
The paranoid young man mumbles gruffly.
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we going to do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He climbs around up there, and your guys will never catch
I
him.
don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone
I
else.
guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah! Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Sona, the former leader of the program of the Fortress Instant, appeared.
Programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She says you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place. Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The love? No, I'm not really feeling it at
You'll
all.
get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she see? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Yeah, come on, man. Who will you feel the love? Get down and
Okay,
feel it!
maybe I'm kind of feeling it.
You'll get there, believe me. Anyway, now that it's settled,
She
how
did
did
not
you
like.
see? I mean,
the
disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Yeah,
She did-
Oda 9. Rocking it or dropping it?
She did not like the anodonic dance club
What
idea.
a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear she won't leave until her own project is
And you can't
finished.
just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different
Look
solution.
at you, Honor Man.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist! Coexist!
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
She absolutely does not really truly despise it.
Egghead cannot believe what she just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try and convince her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
That's it for now.
Bye, officer.
Willow, what are you doing? Thank you for that. Mwah. Who's a good kill? Yeah, you a good kill? Yeah. Where should we go next? I've looked at the church. I think I can walk through there. Do. Walk. What's up this pathway?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot at the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Open the door.
You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
The door's shut tight. How can we get in there?
We don't get in there.
What do you mean? We get into like everywhere.
Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
But that's who I am, who we are.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. But this one is simply beyond repair, and we don't have the resources needed to open it. Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either. And thus they can't get in.
He looks at the door with a rueful smile.
At least you can think about opening it. About doors in general. They are, after all, fundamental to your life. Perhaps something useful will come from this.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service
The
what?
washerwoman mentioned a depot at the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Walk away. These rusted gears used to turn the whole machine. Building before your house, the engine must have been a big one. Chain trails of the ocean to who knows where. This barrel has been recently discarded. It smells of fuel oil. Yep. Let's go investigate the building we've left behind before we continue further up.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Touch it.
The cloth, if you can still call it that, makes a soft crunching sound as you thrust your finger into it.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
It didn't go into there.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Van, how did this jacket get so
It's a
disgusting?
sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
You flick your hands.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
A makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. The tarp didn't keep out neither rain nor snow nor wind. Coin-operated weighing machine hasn't been used for a decade. Vagrants have recently painted the top red. Water drips from it. Yep.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on. That is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it. Keep it in now. Don't overreact. Breathe.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly clear sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
Kim, what's that smell?
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Eyes up, detective. Something's not right here.
Careful, these floorboards look rotten and weak.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine the tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
The lieutenant looks in the can, eyes watering from the smell. Examine the cigarette packet.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
Eve.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines the face. 2 bulging eyes step back at him, voids of any sign of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Sorry. He stands up and shivers as a gust of wind blows through his bomber jacket.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Careful. Just another day. Just another day. Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made.
Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark.
Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. Be very, very careful where you step here.
Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
It's hard to say.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Examine the bottle.
A .75-liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Tear all around us.
He looked at the two other bottles, forgotten near in the coin-operated viewer. Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
Step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
He looks south the way you came.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
I think labeling him as an alcoholic is a bit premature. We don't know anything yet.
We do know that he was married.
The lieutenant points at the ring on the man's left hand. The flesh all around it is swollen and grey.
But you're right. Let's not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Could it be related to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Agreed. If this somehow converges later, why not? But keep it simple for now.
Do you think he was drunk? Point at the bowl.
Oh, yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
What about a kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the parks.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Someone should be held responsible for the broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
He smiles sadly. Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on, what about the field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yes, but isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
We found him. We should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Leave. Okay, well, I'm going to finish recording here. As usual, if you've watched this, thank you very much. I'll catch you guys again later. Bye.